Hi, this is Gareth Kentish, and today I'd like to show you how to add a video clipping into your eBay listing. Now you can see on the screen here a fine example of how a video clipping is promoting a vintage real leather handmade hair clip actually made by a client of mine. More and more these days videos are becoming widely used to promote products in eBay, and as we flick through this listing example you can see that she has also downloaded the item description template from the Auction Money Generator program. The question we want to ask today, of course, is, well, how did she embed that video clipping into the listing? Well, firstly, the video clipping needs to be produced and created in a format that browsers will understand. In this example, the video clipping was created in an MP4 format. And there are numerous packages available which will allow you to create MP4s, i.e. video files. What's being used in this case is Camtasia. Now there is a license cost to this product, but there are software packages out there which are less expensive or even free. Now I choose Camtasia because it suits my needs and happens to be one of the best video capturing software programs available. Now Windows Live Movie Maker may be an option for you. Now this video is about placing your video into an eBay listing rather than creating the video itself. So once you have the video, an excellent option available to you is to maximize the potential of YouTube. Now YouTube can do two great things for you here. Firstly, it can host your content, and secondly, it can give you the necessary code so you can add it to your listing. But it's worth noting here that eBay will not accept JavaScript code, so you need to apply the old code that's provided for you through eBay. Let me show you what I mean. Firstly, let's have a look at the error code that you would get if you applied the JavaScript. You can see there in the red box. So what we have to do is to get the old code, and I'll show you how we do that by going to my YouTube account. And what I've done here is I've clicked on Video Manager, and it's now provided me a list of the previously updated videos into my account. So let's just select a video here. I'll select this one, clicking on the Edit button. I then want to get that code, and the way I get the code is to click the Share button here, and then click the Embed button. Now what you'll find initially is that eBay will give you the JavaScript code here, which is highlighted in blue. And you can see it's JavaScript because it's got these iframe functions here. Okay, so what we want to do is to change that and get the old code, and click on this button here, and you'll notice that the text has now changed in that box. And what I do as a preference is to grab the code and place that code into a stored text file. So I grab it by depressing the left button on the mouse, dragging the mouse down, highlighting it in blue. I then press Ctrl C to capture it into computer memory, and then I open up my text file or my notepad, and you'll see here that I've done this previously, and I've got my code here shown on the screen. And I've got three strips of code. I've got firstly the JavaScript code which is presented, and then I've got my old code here which is the YouTube code that's provided for me. And you can see here that it's got the address of where the file will be stored on YouTube by this stuff here that you see highlighted in blue. Now if I grab all this code and stick that into my eBay listing, it would then show that video nicely for me. However, I sometimes use my own ISP server, so I use the code similar to what's highlighted in blue, but I change the address of where the movie is stored here, where it's stored now on my own ISP account. And you can see here that I've changed the name. It looks a lot more readable for me, and I then store that into the eBay listing. Okay, so we've saved the code in a text file, so let's now just see what happens when we place one of these strips of code into our eBay listing. And in this example I've opted to use my own ISP account, so I'm going to use this code here, Control C, which allows me to capture it into computer memory. I then flick over into the eBay listing, and I'm now in the revised area of the eBay listing. And generally what I do is I place little markers into the listing to point out where I want that code to go before I zip into the HTML part of the description option. And you can see here I've put in 5 little C's there, which will allow me to pinpoint exactly where I wish to place the code that I've saved previously in computer memory. So we'll click on the HTML editor here, click, and now I'll find where those CCCs are by going Control F, putting the C's into the box at the top here, press the down arrow button, and you can see it's found it for me. Now if I then press Control V, it will insert that code that I've saved previously exactly where I want it to be. So let's just do that, Control V. I then go and have a look and see what the code looks like in standard, and you can see there straight away the video clipping appears for me. If I then save that, I've now added that video clipping into my eBay listing, and it's as simple as that. I hope this has been helpful. My name's Gareth Kentish, and thank you again for watching.